Hello, friends. I want you to know that if I'm picking an altcoin and I like stuff, I'm looking out for everyone's best interest because I'm always thinking big. So I'm thinking about things where they have enough of a story or some substance there which can carry it to a 100x price growth, which is 10x the user base. That's what I'm thinking about. So if there's a coin we're like, okay, Pika on Pulse Chain, 4 million. Can it do 400 million market cap? I know, oh, sounds big today. That's 100x. Okay, what if Pulse does a 20x? If Pulse, the speed does 20x, this only does 5 on whatever that does. And just to let you know, Pulse, the Gray's currency, did 140 times whatever Pulse did. That's right, 140 times. You put in 1 million Pulse, now you have 140 million Pulse. Just to give you an idea of these moves, okay? PDI shot up like 3x in a month, for example. So it's doable. But not all of these ideas can transcend to a larger demographic. And I don't know, like some things hit, some things don't. I don't know. I feel like I'm like that Simon Cowell dude where you're just like on X Factor and you're just watching all these singers come out. And you know, it's very hard to say, hey, design the perfect singer. And he'd be like, I don't know, just let me look at everyone. That's what we're trying to do, trying to filter out the gems. That's what we're trying to do. Because if we can all think big, which is what we do, then the growth is enormous. Whereas if you're value extractive, which is PumpFun dog shit, they're not thinking big. You know what big to them is, friends? Big to them is holding a month. And I'm not even joking. I'm not making that up. The average time period for a rug on PumpFun and these, PumpFun clones and all these other stuff, the average rug time is about 4 days. So it's around 72 hours, then everything's gone. So you're literally trading the activity in 1 day, 24 to 48 hours, and then by day 3 or 4, it's like gone down so much they just rug it anyway. So we're not here for this 3 to 4 day junk. We're just trying to look for stuff that can grip everyone, right? It's kind of like you're one of those movie directors and people are throwing in these movie ideas to you, right? So it's hard for, those big Hollywood guys, it's hard for them to just go like, hey, make the perfect story. And they're like, I don't know, just throw out stuff at me. You know what I mean? That's what it's like. So we're just sifting through these. Everyone just tries different things. We're trying to you're trying to do that. It's almost also as well, like if you ask Warren Buffett, make the perfect company, what would you sell today? He doesn't know. That's not his skill. You see, my skill isn't, my talent isn't making a coin to do that, right? I could spend thousands of hours to do it. I just don't want to because of the risk of you kind of like getting it wrong. Because the volatility of the returns is too much. Like you waste the whole bull market if you're wrong, right? Whereas if we do what we're doing now, okay, you don't get your infinite return, but you can do very, very well. Because people who make the idea, like if you make the coin and you keep it for yourself, yeah, you basically have an infinite return if you get it right. Like you make like a $50 million in something if you get it right, or $10 million. That's what everyone's trying to do. But that's very, very tough because there's 1,000 coins. Yeah, 10 to 20 are going to do well. So we're like, oh, what are those 10 to 20? And you don't know exactly how to distribute the coin either. If you have a lot, how do you give it out? You know what I mean? Like if you gave yourself the coins and you didn't buy it, if you bought it from the market, right, yourself, okay, sweet. But yeah, so it's tough. So everyone's trying to do this, by the way, and no one knows what's going to come out ahead. Everyone's guessing. Everyone is guessing. But that's a mind frame I'm trying to help you understand, right? Because we're not playing for a world where crypto's 2 trillion like it is today. We're playing for the world where crypto is 10 trillion. We're playing for the world where we don't have 520 million people in crypto anymore. Now it's more like 1.5 billion with a B. You see, we're playing for that world. We're playing for the next 1 billion people. We're playing for a Bitcoin that is above $150,000, not in this dog shit scam $60,000 area, right? So I want you to, we're dreaming big, we're thinking big. That's what we're thinking about. Now, we don't know when it comes. That's the killer. Right, it's kind of like asking, hey, you got a business. When are you going to be successful? They're like, I don't know, however long it takes. It could take me 3 months of grinding and not sleeping, or it could take me 3 years. Some people it takes up to 10 years, man. So that's the mind frame we're thinking about out here. And look, I've never seen anybody else do this, by the way, okay? I didn't come here, like, I'm putting myself in my squeaky chair from 4 years ago. I wanted someone to do this. I never knew what to look for, and you don't either. But now I look back, I'm like, man, I really wanted someone to do this. Now, bless their hearts, no one knew about meme coins having product market fit 4 years ago. It was all DeFi stuff. You needed a team. Everyone was doing staking and lockups, and they didn't end up working, okay? And people thought you needed to make a gaming product, so we had no chance out here. We're just throwing money around, right? But this is what people want. People want believers. People want to be around everyone who's thinking big, right? We don't want to hang around losers. We want to hang around people, high growth, more people. What does that mean, though? What does it mean more people mean? I don't know. More fun, more Telegram stickers, more AI videos, more social media posting. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like, it's a new thing. We don't know. It's a digital community. Okay, so it's never been done before. It's like asking one of those crypto personalities, like let's say Kim Kardashian. What does she do? You know, like, okay, she sucks a mean banana. Okay, but that was back in the day. What's she do now? I'm a mom of a couple of kids. No, yeah, you know what I mean? What's she do? She's just popular. She's popular because she's popular. Right? That is a perfect example. But you don't need that. Doesn't matter. She's got a network effect. You see? Or some girls say, oh, she's pretty. Okay, yeah, she's pretty, but there's like 400,000 other pretty girls as well who are younger too. You see what I mean? Doesn't matter. She's got a network effect. Now, she's always going to have value. If she was a coin, you would love to buy her 15 years ago, wouldn't you? Now, what about things like Pepe? What's Pepe do? It's a movement. You got to understand these things evolve over time. You don't know the full story. That's the part of the excitement. We're speculating. You get it? When you were buying Bitcoin, which you and I weren't, when you're buying Bitcoin at 10 cents, 50 cents, $2, you have one schizo called Max Keiser saying it's going $100,000 one day. One guy over here. Everyone else is literally using it to buy drugs. You know, back then, friends, you know, they were having Bitcoin meetups. You needed a code word to get into the basement. I'm not joking, because they believed the US government would come after them and murder them all because they were making a competitor to the US dollar. I'm not making this up. This was the first Bitcoin meetups back in like 2011, 2012. You needed a code word. And they were really, really, really scared to talk to each other. Really scared. They would meet up in these underground random places, okay? I'm not joking, right? It reminds me of like the Christianity being like persecuted and stuff. It's kind of funny how that happens, right? See, cult, religion. So, look, you would have never thought 2011, 2012, the early days of Bitcoin. Firstly, Satoshi's going to leave. You never would have thought that. And then two, that you have John McAfee saying, if this thing doesn't go to 100 grand, I'm going to eat my willy. Like, think about that. The leader leaves and then someone gets more bullish years later. And now we're talking about $100,000 Bitcoin. You see? And now we've got ETFs and all these. But of course, I'm not going to be unrealistic. That's the Bitcoin narrative. That's a unicorn. But hey, man, Bitcoin's been around for 15 years. Okay, what if you just survive 5? You still crushed it because you're in at day 1. It's really important to be in early. So whatever it is we're making now, meme coins, altcoins, whatever this thing is, we are early. We just don't know what it's going to evolve into. You don't know. But look at every great investment. It always starts with belief. It always starts with that. Okay? So especially Bitcoin. I mean, look at just crypto. Don't worry about all these other things. Look at Bitcoin. The only way to make it is truly to believe. I'm not selling my imaginary digital Ponzi money. That's it. If you had that in your head, you win. You win. You didn't need to know the news. You didn't need to know any secrets. You didn't need to know any insiders. You just had to have the idea in your head. Not selling. Not big enough. Bitcoin went from $1 to $100. Not big enough. What about $100 to 1,000? Not big enough. 10,000? Still not big enough. 50,000? Not big enough. What about 100,000? They'll say not big enough. That's the religion. Okay? But that's, of course, that's Bitcoin. That's unicorn. What about our meme coins and our altcoins? Where does that leave us? We might be shocked how far Pepe goes. I'm just telling you this. You don't, friends, we don't need, Peak on Pulse Chain and Dick with Buff. Even the PDI to $1 stuff, all these other mission, all these things happening. Okay, so I've got a wide range of things here. And Orange Man Good and all these. You don't need them to be like this profit revenue earning utility thing. You don't need that at all. Okay, you have mind share around the chain. You win. You own the real estate already. You see? You're at the forefront of everyone's mind. That's it. You win. See, Kim Kardashian, she doesn't need to sell me lipstick. She exists in my mind. I was the example she used today, right? She wins. You get it? McDonald's doesn't even need to sell me a burger today. But when I think, oh, hungry, Big Mac burger, they win. Okay? So that's why I'm here just showing you. Now, we're playing for that future growth. You get it? We don't know where we're going. You're literally on this little boat and it's like this big giant tides. Ah! Yeah, you really got to believe. You really got to believe. There's tornadoes, there's hurricanes, there's everything. And what does even the other side look like? It's literally, friends, I'm like Moses leading everybody to the promised land. And I'm promising you orange juice and dolphins spinning and the Coconut Bra Island babes. Right? And there's Game Boys there. There's every Pokemon version you could ever dream of. And there's the USB cables to connect the Game Boys to trade the red versions to the blue versions and the Pokemons. You remember, friends? You couldn't catch them all in one. So we're dreaming of that. Do we ever get there? I don't know. But if you're early enough, it doesn't even matter. Like, that's what I'm telling you. If you bought Bitcoin at even $400, doesn't matter if it never flips the US dollar. Doesn't matter, dude. Because you're already up right now. Today, you're up 150x. You're up 150x. So another way to put that, if Bitcoin's up 150x, friends, its user base grew the square root of 150x, which is 12x bigger. Right? 12x bigger. So actually, what I'm going to do now, I can actually tell you. So Bitcoin has 320 million people in. If you bought Bitcoin when there was just 25 million people, you bought it at like $400 or $500. I bet if we went back to Metcalfe's law and checked the user holders of Bitcoin, I bet back in 2014, 2015, there was 25 million people. Because we've grown 12x the user base. We've done 144x price growth-ish. You see that? So what's Bitcoin do now? Stores value. Shut up, bro. What do you mean stores value? You just mean its volatility is just dropping down with each cycle. That's what you actually mean. Okay, so it's continuing to grab people. That's it. What if it stops grabbing people? What if Bitcoin drops 80%? You get wrecked, I get wrecked, but the people who bought in the first 7 years, they don't get wrecked. They're still on side. What if Bitcoin drops 80%, stays there for 8 years? Okay, that's what Peter Schiff's argument always is. But don't worry about that. I think if we have any chance of having that, we hit $1 million first. That's what I'm just feeding. Okay, this snowball doesn't just stop. You see the mind share, the Vine virus, in a positive way, it's too big. So you get the point now. So with any altcoin and meme coin, let's just say Pulse Chain, for example. Pulse Chain's got 260,000 people. Can't we get to 2.6 million? That's 100x price growth. That means all these meme coins and altcoins, if Pulse did 100x, the poopiest to poop is going to do 20. Great ones will do 1,000. Some even 2,000. There's a big range there. Okay, but that's the advantage you get if this thing's going to go up 100x. What if you're in a coin, a spear coin? What if you're like in, maybe, let's say there's another expensive ecosystem. What if Telegram, friends? What if Telegram only grows like a 3x from today? Well, Telegram coins are going to go anywhere from 2x up to like 30. See that range? 30 for the biggest winners, but the average might do 4 or 5. So the more in the blue ocean area you are, and if you're right, and you get the high growth, you smash it. So in a nutshell, you get to see it now. And what you get to see is just how blind we are. But being blind is good. You don't need this profit revenue, utility sharing. Everyone messed that up in 2021. They released NFT markets. They released DeFi markets. None of them had product market fit. Everything went to zero anyway. Okay? So we learned from that. The market has learned from that. And now everyone's just like full on, that's it, community. What is this community? We'll figure it out later. Make sure you like, subscribe, catch you in the next one.